This is a very momentous day. Since the beginning of the United States Supreme Court 233 years ago, there has not been an African-American woman, a Black woman, and there have been only two Black justices before that, both men. And in 1987, there was the first woman. So this is historic. It's especially momentous also because this is a former public defender, someone who has defended the poor, and that perspective has been lacking from the Supreme Court.
Yeah, her credentials are impeccable. Give us a sense of what she's going to bring to the bench.
Yes, her credentials actually involve more experience having been a lower court judge and trial lawyer than anyone else presently on the United States Supreme Court. She has been a judge at two levels of the very same federal judiciary, and now she is will be at the U.S. Supreme Court level. As I mentioned, she was a trial lawyer and a public defender, so she has that perspective of looking at situations from all sides in representing people accused of crimes. As you know, her educational and her law practice credentials are very extensive, and she is widely respected across the board, regardless of ideology in the legal profession.
Which was why it was rather disappointing for the kind of intense scrutiny and sometimes bizarre questioning from Republican senators. Do you think she was held to a standard others have not?
Well, certainly that, but she wasn't given a fair chance by those who actually use the opportunity for their own political messages to their own constituents, asking her questions such as, can you define what a woman is? Accusing her of sentencing disparities that, upon fact-checking, were clearly untrue. I think the people who gave her a hard time were thinking really more about their own political views rather than even giving her a chance to answer questions.
Yeah. I mean, you know, politically over the years, of course, governments have chosen Supreme Court picks with their ideology. But what seems to be disappointing is the fact that in the face of someone with such credentials, that they don't let that ideology go and really concentrate on whether she's the right person for the job.
Absolutely true. There was also on display some settling of grudges that really had nothing to do with Judge Jackson. There were senators who were referring to how angry they were about past nomination hearings as though she had something to do with it. So I think it's especially unfortunate, and I really think of it, I feel sorry in some ways for these senators because they're on the wrong side of history, and that will be shown.
Yeah. She, of course, is not going to change the current conservative makeup of the bench, is she?
No, she's not. The current court, occasionally they agree on particular decisions, but it's a pretty hard 6-3 conservative to liberal split on many, many issues. So if she has an influence, it will probably be in dissents that she writes, in bridges that she might try to build with the majority, because she is known as a consensus builder and someone who can communicate across lines.
Yeah, which will be needed as the Supreme Court comes up against some very critical legislation. Now, this week we saw Oklahoma lawmakers pass a bill that would make abortion a felony other than for a medical emergency. And the bench is weighing up a landmark reproductive rights case. How endangered is Roe v. Wade at this point? And could Judge Jackson bring some influence to bear?
No, so the case that has already been argued and will be decided before she is sworn in is called the Dobbs case from the state of Mississippi. And that is expected to come out by the end of June, beginning of July. And it is expected to either overrule Roe versus Wade and eliminate that right to choose, or to cut back on it so severely that you would see more laws like the state of Oklahoma's.
Yeah. All right. Good to talk to you, Margaret. Just a wonderful day, and I'm sure it's, you know, just an incredible step forward in so many ways. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.